Today we've got three really cool pedals to be checking out. We have the Beetronics Royal Jelly, the JHS pedals Bonsai, and finally the Keeley Electronics Hydra. This is the second episode of my new series of videos called Circuit Sessions, where we take three great pedals from the pedal shelf, get some tones with them individually, and then finally stack them all together at the end for a bit of mayhem. If you like this video and anything else that I'm putting out on the channel, please like and subscribe. That would be absolutely amazing. So I think we will start with the Royal Jelly. Now this is, to be honest, one of my all-time favourite fuzz drive pedals. Would probably be on a lot more pedal boards if it wasn't so damn big. It's a huge pedal, and whenever I'm making boards, real estate is paramount, really. The Royal Jelly is essentially a drive on one side and a fuzz on the other, and you can blend between the two, and they are in parallel as well, which is a really, really cool thing. And my clean sound sounds like this. Okay, and then let's put on the overdrive side of the Royal Jelly. So the big knob on the left, the Queen knob, is our parallel blend between drive and fuzz. At the moment we have it all the way over to drive. The middle knob, the big knob, is Honey, which is our gain for the overdrive. Let's crank that up a bit further. I'll blend in a little bit of that clean signal there. Might get a bit more definition back. I love the drive side of this pedal because it's not typically like what we expect from an overdrive sound. It's almost like a low gain fuzz. But when we do start blending in that fuzz side, things get really interesting. So let's blend, let's take that Queen knob up to about 11 o'clock. All of a sudden, I've just found a great use for that dry blend control. That's why I love these videos, because I'm revisiting old favourites and finding new ways to use them as I've sort of developed in my own guitar playing and my own search for tone. That dry blend knob for single coils, blending in a bit more of your dry signal, gives you back so much of that attack. So let's take the dry signal out and I'll give you a quick A-B. Next single coil on the Cutlass. A great sound, a bit woolly maybe. Want a bit more attack? Give us a bit more dry signal. Let's switch over to the fuzz side. Let's have some fun with fuzz. Just a thick, huge sounding fuzz. That is so cool. But the Royal Jelly does have another trick up its sleeve. Hit this middle stomp. I don't actually know what they call it. Maybe it's the bee stings switch or something. But it just adds a ton of aggression to your sound. Let's start with it off, actually. Awesome pedal, awesome pedal. It covers a lot of ground that I'm looking for fuzz to drive to sort of a preampy halfway house sort of thing as well. Let's move on to the next one, which is the JHS Bonsai. I'm sure all of you have seen this before. It is 9 or 10 tube screamers in a pedal. Who'd have thought you'd need 9 or 10 tube screamers in one pedal? So my favorites are actually the JHS one in there, believe it or not. It just seems to be actually probably the least tube screamery out of all of them. It seems to have a load more headroom, a load more volume. My second favourite in here is actually the Keeley modded tube screamer that they've got in here. Third favourite in this pedal is actually the TS10 because of John Mayer, pretty much. So let's actually run through those three and then we'll move on to the next pedal. So. Tube screamers for the lower gain stuff anyway. This is the Keeley one, by the way. Actually, that sounds really good. Right now I'm preferring that to the JHS one. Working for me. To be fair, I've not tried this pedal into the V4 Sheriff before, so maybe that's just the difference there, but I'm really enjoying that Keeley. Try the TS10, which is another favourite of mine. By far there, out of those three, which I thought were my favourites, Keeley was working the best for me there. Do I recommend the Bonsai? I don't know. Don't get me wrong, it's a great sounding pedal. It maybe is just a little overindulgent, and I have overindulged myself with this pedal. I think if you want a tube screamer type pedal, maybe get the JHS pedal Screamer, the new one, because I believe that is the JHS kind of mode in this pedal, in the pedal on its own. Alternatively, I shot this out a few months ago, maybe even a year ago, with like a standard TS9, and you know, it's a tube screamer, isn't it? They both did the tube screamer thing really well. Cool. All right, so carrying on a little bit with the Keeley love, let's move on to the Hydra, a new pedal for myself. In fact, the newest pedal I've had. A quick backstory on this. I wanted a second Strymon Flint for a little board I was putting together, and I was looking around for the second-hand Flint, and they still go for quite a lot of money, above £200. And then I heard some people talking about the Hydra, Ariel posing one of them, because I know he's got one on his board, and then one came up for a reasonable price second-hand. I thought I'd jump into it, and I am really, really impressed. On paper, it actually does quite a lot more than a Flint does. Bottom line is, this is a reverb and tremolo pedal in one. This is here probably my favourite sound in here. A spring reverb, which sounds amazing, and a harmonic tremolo. demonstrating just how good the Hydra sounds, but also a few things that the Hydra does that the Flint doesn't do. First of all, onboard presets, we have 3 of them. We have a shimmer that we can put on top of the plate reverb algorithm, which is something the Flint can't do. And we also have pitch vibrato, which is something the Flint can't do. It might be time to start stacking pedals together. I think the odd one out here is going to be the Bonsai, because usually I don't like stacking with tube screamers, especially pedals going into tube screamers, but we'll give it a go nonetheless. Let's start off with a bit of fuzz and a bit of reverb. There you have it, 3 really cool pedals that I think you should probably check out. The Royal Jelly is just mwah, chef's kiss when it comes to drive and fuzz for me. The Bonsai covers every flavour of tube screamer. It kind of does what it says on the tin. Yes, maybe it is a little overindulgent. You're only ever going to use one of them at a time at the end of the day. And finally, the Hydra is, again, mwah, chef's kiss. A really, really tasty reverb tremolo pedal that has maybe replaced my Strymon Flint. Thanks guys for checking out the video. If you like what you saw, please subscribe and maybe check out some more, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers guys.